Hey, welcome to Module 8. This is the final module, Production Readiness and Deployment. Karan's API works on his laptop, but moving it to a server or sharing it with a teammate shouldn't require hours of setup. Containerization solves that. In this video, we write a Dockerfile for Karan's FastAPI backend and understand what makes a container build portable and repeatable. Let's get into it. Look at the left panel. 3 machines, 3 different Python versions. 3.11 on the dev laptop, 3.9 on staging, 3.8 on production. Different dependencies, different configs. Result at the bottom, hard to reproduce, prone to errors. Now, look at the right panel. One Docker container packages Python version, dependencies, config, and app code together. That same image runs on dev, staging, and production. All 3 green check marks. Identical, reliable, reproducible. Look at the flow. Developer writes a Docker file. Docker build turns it into an image. That image runs locally as a container. Push it to Docker Hub and any machine can pull it. Look at the right side. The same image gets pulled into the staging environment and the test environment. Same image, different machines, identical behavior. Look at the Docker file. From Python 3.11-slim sets the base image. Slim variant keeps it small. Workdir/app sets where commands run inside the container. Notice the ordering. Requirements.txt is copied and installed before the application code is copied. This is deliberate. Docker caches each layer. If your code changes but requirements.txt doesn't, Docker reuses the cache dependency layer and only rebuilds the code layer. Flip the order and every code change triggers a full dependency reinstall. Expose 8000 documents the port, it does not publish it. That happens with -p at runtime. CMD starts uvicorn with --host 0.0.0.0. Without that flag, the app only listens inside the container and external traffic can't reach it. 2 commands. Docker build -t rag -api :latest builds and tags the image. Docker run starts a container from it. 3 flags to know. -p 8000 :8000 maps the container port to your host. Without this, the app is running but unreachable. -e injects individual environment variables at runtime. Never bake secrets into the image. And -env-file.env at the bottom is the cleaner option when you have many variables. 3 things that matter specifically for containerized AI backends. First, never copy your .env file into the image. Add it to .dockerignore so it's excluded from the build context entirely. Secrets go in at runtime via environment variables or a secrets manager. Second, run as a non-root user inside the container. The default Docker user is root. That's a security risk. 2 lines in the Docker file create and switch to an unprivileged user. Third, add a /health endpoint. Most cloud platforms and container orchestrators use health checks to know whether your container is ready to receive traffic. FastAPI makes this trivial. One endpoint that returns a 200 is all you need. Quick recap. Dockerfile is the recipe. Copy dependencies before code for faster rebuilds. Secrets go in at runtime, never in the image. Non-root user .dockerignore health check. In the next video, workers and concurrency. How many Uvicorn workers to run and how deployment decisions affect performance. See you there.